Good day, planet Earth. Michael Litten, the last DJ, host of Ride the Vibe, playing what he wants to play, saying what he wants to say. Shout out to the late, great Tom Petty, the true last DJ. And in here at the DRS ATL studio here in Roswell, Georgia, got Wahid Gomes doing all the technology, which I know nothing about. Praise the Lord for Wahid. And for those of you out there that are musicians out there looking for a way to make some money while you sleep, you want to check out Wahid's boutique Verde Music publishing business. And I'm super stoked to have on the show Ronnie Riddle, vocalist, harmonica, and acoustic guitarist, and Daryl Witt, lead guitarist, slide guitar, acoustic guitar with Preacher Stone. Preacher Stone began as guitarist Marty Hill's, the late, great Marty Hill's vision of creating a world-class Southern rock band in the image of Lynyrd Skynyrd. How cool is that? Hill enlisted lead vocalist, as we mentioned, Ronnie Riddle, and the first song the two wrote together was Not Today, which appeared on Fox Network's hit series Sons of Anarchy. That's pretty cool first song to write together, which gained the band notoriety in the Southern rock world and led to the band being exposed to a worldwide audience through Lynyrd Skynyrd's Simple Man Cruise and the Rock Legends Cruise with ZZ Top. That's a pretty heavyweight company to keep. And you can find them at preacherstoneband.com. Ronnie and Daryl, welcome.
Thank you.
And for your fans that are legion and growing exponentially by the day and will continue to exponentially grow when they hear this brand new album of yours, By the Horns, but may not be familiar with Ride the Vibe or may have forgotten about Ride the Vibe because you all have both been on in separate situations. But the way we're going to roll this show, which is kind of a treat, is we're going to play the whole album, By the Horns, your new release, in its entirety, but only at 2 minutes of each song, because we want people to go to preacherstoneband.com and buy the album, because it's a great one. And then we're going to come back and chat about all things music, all things that album, etc. So how's that sound to you all?
Sounds great.
Cool. Well, before we do that, I got a question at the top of the show that I've got to ask, and that is how Daryl Witt came into the band. Because Daryl, you were in on Ride the Vibe in another incarnation, if you will. So I was so excited to hear the news, but talk about the backstory on how that all happened, if you will, and then we'll play the album.
I met the guys years ago playing shows together. We opened for Preacher Stone.
Okay.
Did several shows together over the years.
Yeah.
And just became friends. And when Marty passed, the door was opened, so to speak, and I got the call to come audition. So I did that. It was musically, I think it was always a good fit. They knew I could play, but it was kind of you see how we hang and that sort of thing, which we were already friends, but just spending time together. And Ronnie, you give me your take on that, brother. What's your thought?
Well, I just remember when we first met there, we played some shows in Georgia with Whiskey Stills and Mash.
Yeah.
And we were all going, this guy's good. He's good. And they're good, because, you get a lot of people, you play a lot of shows and you play with good bands, you play with bad bands. And I always try to tell people that I think are good, that they're good. You're just like, damn, dude, you're good.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, he's got the look, he plays real well, he sings his ass off, he does all these kind of things.
Yeah.
And, even Marty's like, damn, he's good, And we, so when Marty passed, Nick Wynn stepped in and did a bang-up job of getting us through a tour and doing some things. And Nick's always been part of the family, but Nick's a really busy schedule, and we all knew we need somebody that's one of us.
Yeah.
And Daryl's one of us. We're cut from the same cloth. We're really honest to God who we say that we are.
Yeah.
And musically, he's an incredible player.
Yeah.
He's a great songwriter, and he's very dedicated, and he's crazy enough to hang out with a bunch of people like us, and that goes a long way.
That's a key ingredient right there, I would think.
Yeah.
I like Ronnie's version a whole lot better than mine.
You want to capture that, right? Well, it's been captured now, Daryl.
We'll get into the real. I mean, we're looking for somebody that could really do the job. And it's like we kept saying, we need somebody that gets us, man. We need somebody that's. And Jim Bolt said, I'm gonna put out a call to Daryl Witt at Whiskey Shields and Mash. And I was like, yeah. See what he says. And Jim called him up and said, want to come on up? And Daryl comes up and knows the songs better than we do.
I'm sure he rehearsed them multiple times, didn't you, Daryl?
And we saw that right away.
Yeah.
We saw that right away.
Yeah. Well, as an outside observer, when Wahid and I heard the news, it was like kind of, whoa, that's like a hand in a glove. And we were talking a little bit before in the run up to the show, Ronnie. But what's that great Ernest Hemingway quote that you cited? I think it's fitting.
You should always do sober what you said you'd do drunk. That'll keep you honest.
That's a good one.
I love that. I got to memorialize that one. Well, I just want to get that at the top of the hour. We're going to run a short ad for a foundation for premature infants that's near and dear to my heart. And then we're going to play the whole album. These songs will be By the Horn, Saddled and Rode, Writing on the Wall, The Devil You Know, Blessing and a Curse, Old Joe, The Last to Know, that resonated with me, Come What May, and Think By Now. And then we'll come back and chat about all things the album and all things Preacher Stone and your congregation. So we'll be right back. We're going to do this ad and then come back, play the album, and then come back and chat.
The number of premature infants born in the United States each year, 380,000. That's 9.8% of the total births in the U.S. The Foundation for Premature Infants' mission is to advocate for the right of all premature infants to be cared for in a developmentally supportive and age-appropriate manner. Our vision is to ensure that Premature Infants' Bill of Rights is the standard of care for all babies born prematurely, 24 hours per day, 365 days per year, on all shifts, in every neonatal intensive care unit throughout the world. Please consider making a donation by visiting us on Facebook, Foundation for Premature Infants, or at our website, foundationforprematureinfants.org.
What I should have done, what you would have till you walk my walk, like my papa used to say. It's easier told than saddled and rode. It's easier told than saddled and rode. See me down on the corner, holding up a sign, a little worse for wear. You can criticize as you drive on by with your dollar to spare. You don't know my blues until you're in my shoes, and judging ain't fair. It's easier told than saddled and rode. Oh yeah, it's easier told than saddled and rode. You told me that you love me, I said I love you too. But no sooner had you heard the word, the change came over you. You stopped coming by to see me, I couldn't get you on the phone. I ain't riding by your house, cause I know you ain't alone. I've seen the writing on the wall, ain't waiting for the axe to fall. You've seen it once, you've seen it all. I've seen the writing on the wall, I've seen the writing on the wall. History repeats itself for fools who fail to learn. I can't count on both my hands the times that I've been burned. Should've listened to my mama, cause she told me true. Ain't no use to chase someone that don't want you. I've seen the writing on the wall, ain't waiting for the axe to fall. You've seen it once, you've seen it all. I've seen the writing on the wall. Polish off the bottle, smoke one more cigarette. Any vice will do if it helps you to forget all the things you see on the evil screen. There to remind you how good your life should be. So it goes. With the devil you know. The devil you know haunts you when you're weak, turning those good days into a losing streak. Overthinking, tossing in your bed, brought down by nothing but the voice in your head. So it goes. the devil you know. On and on it goes. Forgiven or forgotten by everyone but you. In the morning, if I'm still breathing, send me on my way. There's so much left to do, and nothing more to say. I know that I've been better. I'm sure as hell been worse. I'll keep on living between a blessing and a curse. People try to tell you, but you don't hear the words. Left to your own devices, you take a turn for the worse. You know that you've been better. You sure as hell been worse. You keep on living between a blessing and a curse. A blessing and a Every day Joe walked through town to the county line and bought 2 fifths of whiskey to help him pass the time. One for the walk, one for the pain, till he wandered down the tracks and got hit by that train. Oh, Joe, bless your soul, spirit wonder still. Oh, Joe, there you go, I guess it always will. Granny went to school with Joe, she said he came up poor. Uncle James said it never was right when he came back from the war. I was a child the last time he went walking. I've seen his ghost so many times, it ain't just people talking. Oh, Joe, bless your soul, your spirit wonder still. Oh, Joe, there you go, I guess it always will. I don't care what you believe. I just know what I've seen. broken heart, you won't get the chance. Lying and cheating never crossed my mind. I guess love is deaf, dumb, and blind. I know that you've been running. I feel so low. I never saw it coming. I was the last to know. From a Milltown boy, born and raised on every word the good book says, to a stubborn man who's lived and learned, all I got a damn sure earned. I keep the wolves away and make the home fires burn. When the stakes are high and the chips are down and it's time to call, I'll stand my ground. Come what may. If I say I will, you can count it done. When shit gets real, I don't run. Come what may. Come what may. Been to hell and back so many times, I ain't afraid to toe the line. The good Lord giveth and He taketh away. He sees me through my darkest days. I try to walk a righteous path. Sometimes I stray. When the stakes are high and the chips are down and it's time to call, I'll stand my ground. Come what may. If I say I will, you can count it done.
Oh my gosh, that was fantastic. That was the last song on this album by the Horns. That was Think By Now. That's the new album by Preacher Stone. And you can get that, preacherstoneband.com. Download it, get it on all the usual sites. But you really need to do yourself a favor and get the whole album. Go back to the day when it was albums, not one-offs, because there's a method to their madness. And I know they're going to talk about the craft that they put into the order of the songs, songs themselves. So buy the whole album. We and musicians need that more now than ever. So unbelievable, you guys. Begin wherever you want to begin. Where you recorded it, the who did the writing, the show is yours. Mi casa, su casa.
It was recorded at GAT3 Studios
Yeah.
in Charlotte, North Carolina, with the incredible Glenn Tabor III as the producer.
And for those that don't know, Ronnie, right? Glenn did work with Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, Kid Rock, etc.
Post Malone, James Brown, The Baby. I mean, it's crazy how many people he's worked with.
Yeah,
Sting. I mean, it's dumb.
And Preacher Stone on your album 5, right?
Well, we did we did the first Preacher Stone record there. Uncle Buck's Vittles, our second record.
Yep.
And then we came back for 5 and for By the Horns.
Wow. So it's like a home, becoming like a home studio kind of thing. I mean, really comfortable.
It's that thing. If you find something that works, don't mess with it.
You've got a lot of words of wisdom right out of the gate.
Well, I've heard Ronnie call Glenn, the sixth member of the band, which I totally agree with that. So.
Yeah. High praise. And you had you been there, Daryl, before?
I have not. Had absolutely no dealings at all with him, but it's been an incredible experience, the whole thing, all the engineers, it's a family-run operation, and I was very impressed. I've been to some really nice studios throughout my career, and I was really impressed with those guys.
That's killer. Very cool. So recorded there, and then how about the writing of the songs and arranging of the order of the songs? Talk about, because you guys put a lot of thought into that kind of stuff, and people don't necessarily appreciate when they're just buying a one-off song off Spotify or whatever.
Well, our writing process is everybody brings their ideas in, and you may have it reasonably worked out, or you may just have a couple parts or a couple riffs or whatever, and we all throw the ideas literally in the middle of the floor and go, okay, what do you hear for this? And we let everybody do their thing. Nobody tells anybody what to do. And we try things until we get it worked the way we want it to work. And you can bring a song in. It's probably not going to leave the band room the way you brought it in. but hopefully it leaves better. And everybody contributes to that. I know that sounds kind of cliche or whatever, but it's truly a group effort putting these songs together. And trying, because everybody's goal is the same. We want to make the best songs we possibly can.
And so with writing credits, is the entire band credited to the? Okay.
Go ahead, Daryl.
Yeah, I was just all the songs get stonerized. When they come in, they go into the stoner blender, and they come out. I mean,
now that you got to clarify that, because that has different connotations to different people.
Well, that might not be far from accurate either, but
that's true. I mean, Ronnie's right. Everybody has their input, and at the end of the day, I thought the process to me was very fluid and organic. And I mean, there might have been a little headbutting here and there, but that you need that.
Yes.
I mean, that brings out the best in everybody. I mean, if it just went without anybody balking at something, then it's not right, in my opinion. It takes but there was no fighting or anything like that.
Yes.
But I mean, people there. You've got strong Type A personalities in that room, and they're all wanting to play for the song. It's not about me. It's not about Ronnie.
Right.
It's not about anybody else. It's about the song.
Yeah.
And I think that came across very well on this record.
I love it. Absolutely. Well, and now's a good opportunity. Give a shout out, either one of you, to the rest of the bandmates.
Jim Bolt, bass guitar.
Yep.
Backing vocals extraordinaire.
Mm-hmm.
Backing vocal arranger. organizer of the song order that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that because there's a craft to that, and then people don't know. Again, it's a lost appreciation because no one's buying albums. Well, your fans are, as we talked about. But,
we hope.
Yeah.
Ben Robinson's an incredible guitar player, a stupid talent on guitar. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Contributes greatly to the songwriting. Wyatt is Wyatt. That's the only way you can describe him. The drumming style is just out of this world. And also, the Last to Know is actually his riff. The drummer brings a riff in because he's a very talented keyboard player and an all-around musician.
Yeah.
Daryl, I'll brag on Daryl. Daryl brought in two of my favorite songs on the record, Old Joe and Saddled and Road. He brings those in and then does an amazing job on the slide guitar with the song "A Blessing and a Curse."
Mm-hmm.
So it's just everybody trying to be the best band that we can be.
Yep.
And it's not about, hey, look at me.
Yeah. And those cats, Jim and Josh and Ben, have been with you eight or multiple.
No, man, Wyatt is other than Daryl, Wyatt's the least standing member.
Okay.
He's the least senior member, and he's been with us since November of 2015.
Wow. Okay. So that speaks volumes in and of itself, right?
So we've Jim and Ben came in 2014.
Okay.
Wyatt in 2015, and it's been steady ever since.
Yeah. Wow. And you guys have I want to go back to the album, but just segue into, you're going to be over in England in January. Talk a little bit about that. And Daryl, that's going to be your first trip, I believe. Is that right?
It is. Oh, overseas, yes, it is.
Yeah. So
we're going in January of 26. We'll be there until the middle of February 26, and we're playing all over the place.
Yeah.
And so we're really looking forward to that.
How long a tour is it, Ronnie? How many?
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And you guys, you shared with me in the run up to the show that you guys this will be your third, but the first time where you're headlining. So how cool is that?
Yeah, we've co-headlined 2 different tours, and this time we're going over and headlining the tour with our support act is the Remnant. Which is a absolutely fantastic band out of the UK.
Yeah. And good opportunity to give a shout out to the man who made all this happen, Wes O'Neal.
Wes O'Neal, that's right.
And he's got Revenant. I can't say it.
Revenant.
And I haven't even had a cocktail. Although we love our Cathead here on Ride the Vibe, but haven't availed myself. But Wes has got them under his wing as well. So that's going to be kind of fun. And you have not performed with them before, Ronnie, or you
No.
have? Okay.
No, we have not.
Yeah. So how cool.
So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. Well, talk, if you want to, just kind of go through the songs maybe one by one and talk about, who's playing what and the process of writing them and however you want to do it. You pick them.
Okay. I mean, By the Horns was actually the last song recorded. And the name of the record came about because of our artist, the artist who did Mark Allison, who did the artwork, had several interpretations that he wanted us to see, and all the ideas were good.
Yeah.
But the bull really touched us because we kind of identified with it.
Yeah.
And
what part did you identify with?
Well, I mean, if you look at the album cover, the bull looks like he just walked out of hell.
Yeah.
And he's bleeding and his eyes are red and he's like, who's next? What now? And so we kind of identified with, we kind of made him our spirit animal.
Yeah. And
we had a nice little upbeat tune that was going to be called something else. It was going to be called You Only Live Once. And when we decided that in the studio there with all of us in the control room listening to that track, we decided we were going to name the record By the Horns. I said, well, I'll just change the lyrics and we'll call the song By the Horns. And we did. So, and that's how that came about. Daryl, any memories?
I was just about that song. One note about it is that song was pretty much finished, Ronnie. And if you remember, Glenn just told me and Ben to go into not the control room, but the main room, and hash out that solo at the end. So that was a pretty interesting thing that happened. I mean, we were done with the song, and he's like, "You guys need to go in there and face each other and play a solo, alternating solo." So we just went in there, and I think second take, it was in the can. So it was pretty cool.
And hence the Glenn being the sixth member to be able to suggest things like that. And yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I remember when we first started making the record, we recorded the first two songs and they were done. And that was Daryl's first trip into the studio with us, those first two songs. And he did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
And we're like, yes, this is definitely the guy. So we go back in for the second run of songs and we're working on, I don't remember which song we're working on. And all of a sudden Glenn stops everything and comes into the room where everybody is, the big room, the playroom where all the musicians are. And he says, okay, guys, we got to make a decision here. And we're all just kind of looking at each other like, what? We got to decide. He said, there's always been an element of polish to your sound with processing and all. And he goes, and it's sort of the pop aspect of the music. He goes, do we want to follow that? Mm-hmm. Or do we want to take the governors off and let this baby ride? Mm. And we all just kind of looked at each other like, man, let it ride.
Yeah.
So he changes some mic placement on the drums to get more of a Zeppelin kind of feel.
Yeah.
And the guitars were basically just natural overdrive and really kind of opened up to create that I don't know, the 70s sound in 2025, if you will.
I love it.
So
all in the same room, Ronnie. You guys are all, and you're playing like it's live.
Oh yeah.
I love.
Go ahead, Daryl.
I was going to say, Ronnie's in an isolation booth, so we can see him. But other than that, we're all in the same room. But he's 20 feet away from us.
Yeah, and that is so much old school. But it's I just think it's much more authentic than some of the stuff now where they're phoning it in and this and that. I don't know.
It's acoustic drums, tube amps cranked up, getting hot, and. Les Pauls and, old school, man.
Yeah.
It was great.
I love it. Very cool. And then
it feels, we wanted this record to feel live.
Yeah.
We thought five felt live.
Yes.
And we wanted this one to really feel live and going at this with no keyboards because, we lost Johnny and didn't really feel compelled to go out and grab somebody to be a keyboard player.
Right.
And we wanted, this band has always been a two guitar band.
Yeah.
It's been a guitar driven band from the beginning. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to keep that legacy going and we've done so. I mean, Ben and Daryl did a monstrous job all through this as they trade off and back and forth. And it's just a really thing. So, that kind of sets the tone for that song kind of sets the tone. And then we go into Saddle and Road, which is a Daryl riff that just basically wrote itself in the band room. Well, he brings the riff in, and everybody's like, I may say something like, no, go, let me sing over this, and then we'll go to this or whatever. And I think our best secret is, our best practice is we try things.
Yeah.
And if instead of arguing about it for 30 minutes, and I've been in bands that do, we just go, okay, try it.
Yeah.
And when you try it, instantly whether it worked or if it worked or if it didn't work.
Yeah, you spend 30 minutes fighting about it or 5 minutes doing it. So,
Take the 5 minutes doing it.
Yeah, do it. Just sling it against the wall if it sticks.
When is that process so much easier when you're all together, you're all in one room, you've got Glenn there with you
Well, we write the songs before we get to Glenn.
Yes.
But Glenn is not shy with saying, like on Saddle and Road, for example, we had the two, when we came in, we had the both, we had one solo and then the other solo. Mm-hmm. And Glenn's like, no, let's break it up.
Ah, okay.
And we just kind of followed his idea.
Yeah.
And ended up being really good.
Yeah. I love it.
And the ending of Saddle and Road is really cool. And it was an accident.
A fortunate accident. Talk about that a little bit, either Daryl or
But
Ronnie.
when it happened, we were like, okay, we'll get through this last lick, and then we'll have Wyatt quit, and then we'll have everybody come. And then Wyatt wasn't sure when to quit, so he quit when he quit. And everybody's like, yeah, that's it right there. Don't touch it. And
wow.
That happens. Stuff like that happens, That's why you record everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. And then writing on the wall?
Actually, I'm going to give credit where credit's due.
Yep.
A young man who works for us as a guitar tech and a roadie, Coda Worley, is a guitar player in his own right.
Yeah.
And he came up to the band room one night before Daryl was in the band, and he said, "I got this lick. What do you think?" And we gave it the stonerization, if you would, and we had writing on the wall.
Wow.
And so, once again,
and that kind of harkens to the story of the Lynyrd Skynyrd, right? Wasn't it the guy that was doing moving equipment around, and all of a sudden playing the piano, and they go, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Well, I mean, we knew Coda could play, and he just came up with this lick, and we're like, "Yeah!" And we made it. We made it into a song, and we're thrilled to use his lick. And it's just, Daryl came in and played on that song. We recorded that one and Think By Now first. Those were the first ones recorded.
Okay.
And they were the first two singles.
Yeah.
And then we came back in and recorded some of the other stuff. And I think, we sort of picked up momentum as we went.
I bet. Yeah. I bet.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
You can definitely feel it picking up steam as it moved along for sure.
Well, then how, the good opportunity to talk about how do you order the songs? Talk about that process and, how the listener really should do themselves a favor if they're a big fan of the band, like the congregation you all have, just to buy the whole thing, right? Because there's a process.
Yeah, I mean, because you try to make the record sound like a conversation. It's got to get your attention in the beginning.
Yes.
And it's got to rock with you, and then it's got to let you down a little bit in the middle, like with Blessing and a Curse. It's a little reflective in the middle.
Yeah.
And then we rise back up and rock it out to the end. And I give credit to that to Jim Bolt. I mean, he put the. I was like, I've got a song list order. I've got to order. What's your order? Yeah. And he sent my order and his order were very similar, but I liked his better.
Interesting. And
I went, I think that'll work.
Yeah.
And then I ran it by Glenn, and Glenn goes, absolutely.
Yeah. Very cool.
And so, it's all about, you want it to go somewhere.
Yeah. Right. Then
you want to.
Oh, go ahead, Ronnie.
You want to separate songs. It may sound similar, or maybe the same tempo or the same key, but the average person doesn't notice the key.
Yes.
It is a good friend of mine in another band says it either rocks or it don't, and that's all people care about.
Right.
Is it good or is it bad?
Right. I love that. And then when you're, kind of, I think we chatted a little bit with both y'all, but with the market the way it is, you guys are very committed to the album process, but then you are releasing singles as a way to kind of appease the market that is only buying the one-offs. Or talk a little bit about that from a marketing business standpoint. Well,
I think releasing the singles keeps you relevant because you record a video and you put it out, and then a month later, or 2 months later, you do it again.
Yeah.
Rather than here's our whole record at one time, and I hope you like it, and then that's it.
Yeah. Right.
But honestly, just to say it bluntly,
yes,
the best way to help independent artists is to download the whole thing.
Yes, of course.
Buy a T-shirt and go to a show.
Yeah.
I mean, we appreciate, people come up to me all the time and go, man, I'm streaming you guys like crazy.
Yeah, right.
And I'm thinking, all right, thank you for the 53 cents.
Yeah, the point, what is it, Spotify 0.001 cent per stream or some ridiculous.
But if you really love me and really love us, and I'm talking to family members out there too.
Yes.
Download the whole thing.
Yeah. Now, for old school folks like myself who, like the albums like you all probably, and then, got the liner notes and the stuff. If a person is, now in the digital with the CDs, are they going to get a little bit more info if they buy the CD?
Right. And if you buy the CD or buy the vinyl, I mean, you'll get the liner notes.
Yeah.
You'll get to do that thing that I did because I'm a child of the 70s.
Yes.
Sitting in a dark room.
Yes.
With just a lamplight on, listening to my stereo.
Yeah.
Reading the album cover.
Yes.
That there's no better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just the smell of a CD
Yes.
or opening the vinyl, the smell, and I would know every aspect backwards and forwards of the band that I love. The engineer, the studio recorder. I knew everything.
Yeah.
And people these days,
know nothing.
They may not even know the name of the song.
Right.
Right. So it's
the sound engineer, the guitar roadies, you knew them all.
Yeah, exactly. So they can go to preacherstoneband.com and get a actual hard copy. And then you guys, I picked up, you got it on vinyl. So then, what do you think about that? The resurgence.
Vinyl will be out in January.
Okay, perfect. And then what do you make of that? I hear younger people now back to or any generation, but a lot of younger folks back to turntables and vinyl, and that seems pretty cool, retro, good. You guys agree?
Absolutely. Like Daryl said,
a lot of people ask.
Why do you think
nothing like the smell of it? And if the first 100 will be collector's editions. They'll be red.
Okay. Yep.
So if somebody says, I got one of the first 100, if it's not red, they're lying.
Very cool. Very smart there, Ronnie, to call out those folks that aren't saying what they when they're drunk aren't saying what they should say when they're sober.
Right. It's red. And if it's red, they're good. They're telling the truth.
And then speaking of red, The Devil You Know, how did that come about?
We had all of the songs. We were looking for more songs. We had 8 songs.
Okay.
And Ben calls me and goes, I've got an idea. And I said, well, why don't I just come to you? So I go to Ben's house.
Yeah.
And we're sitting at his dining room table with 2 acoustic guitars that are tuned to standard. We do not tune to standard. Preacher Stone plays a half step down, which gives us a darker kind of feel. And so we record this, he and I playing this chord progression and I said, well, what if we put a harmony on that?
Yeah.
And we did, and we really liked what we were getting. And Ben had it arranged and had the bridge and the chorus and the different parts and all. So we made copies of it on the phone and sent it around to everybody. It's like, yeah, we'll put it together when we get in the band room. And we did, and I labeled it The Darkness because it sounded dark to me. It just sounded dark. And I think too much. And
is that the English teacher in you, Ronnie?
Well, no, I just think I think too much. Excuse me while I overthink this. But I just thought this. It's dark and it's sinister.
Yeah.
And I just heard somebody say, well, it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't know.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make it the devil you know. And I just recently come to the understanding way too late in life that this voice in my head is mine.
Yeah.
And the person that I've been trying to shut up for years in my head is me. And so I just kind of based the lyrics on that.
I love it. So that seems to tie into the last song, Think By Now. You'd have known that.
Well, maybe. But Think By Now is just about, I'm old enough to know better.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
And I have learned the same lessons so many times that I ought to have them down pat. But I don't.
Yeah. And then how about a blessing and a curse, Daryl? Talk about that.
That was actually a song that was written before I was in the band. That was
okay.
The original demo that was sent to me was Marty playing the guitar.
Okay.
And Johnny was playing keys, the Hammond. And so that song, when was that written, Ronnie? How long ago was that?
That was during COVID.
Okay.
Ben came up with, that could have been on 5. But Ben came up with these ideas. Ben spent a lot of time in the band room since everybody was on quarantine.
Yeah.
And using a recording system. And he and Wyatt would come up and just stay up all night and, do stuff. And when we all got together, and to be completely honest, that song would have never been on the record if it had not been for Zane, Marty's wife.
Yeah.
She and I were talking one day. She sent me a message. And she sent me the recording that she had found on Marty's phone.
Yeah.
And she goes, "You guys got to revisit this."
Ah.
And I was like, "Well, I'll listen to it."
Yeah.
And I did. And I was like, dang, there's something to that.
Mm-hmm.
And we told Daryl, we said, "Hey, man, this slide, hate to tell you, we're not trying to tell you what to play, but
yeah. So they did kind of tell you, huh, Daryl?
here's what you got to play."
Yeah. I love it.
Because the slide lick is such an integral part of what was going on.
Yeah. And then Daryl, old Joe, talk about, you brought that.
Well, go ahead, Daryl. You were going to say something?
Well, Blessing and a Curse, when they sent that to me, I mean, I fell in love instantly.
Yeah.
And Ronnie's right, that slide lick is, it has to be in the song.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to say something else about Marty. I was lucky and fortunate enough to know Marty, a little bit and play with him. And so that's part of the equation of this whole thing is that, I'm definitely not filling his shoes by any means. I'm not trying to, but I'm fortunate enough that I did get to know him and Johnny and play with them. And so it's important to me to help carry on his legacy and the band's legacy in this. So, it's all meaningful to me.
Amen to that. Amen. Yeah. And then old Joe, Daryl, does that?
That was a lick I brought to the table, but the lyrics are all Ronnie's. I mean, Ronnie's, the story in that song is killer.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just,
I was going to ask Ronnie, is that a true?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sterling Avery Huffman was the guy's name. He was basically, for lack of a better word, our town drunk, if you will.
Yes.
There's a lot of meaningful, colorful stories. We could do a whole podcast on his memory.
Yeah.
But he was a fixture, and he was a war hero.
Yeah.
And nobody knew that until he passed.
Wow.
And he did walk every day, probably about 4 miles one way and 4 miles back to buy 2 fists of whiskey. He drank one of them on the way back, and I guess the other one got it through the night. But
and a war hero, you think early PTSD with the alcohol, perhaps?
Probably so.
Yeah.
When he died, I was told by the guy who was basically my godfather.
Yeah.
He was really a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
But war took its toll on him.
Yeah.
And I just remember him as a kid. He wasn't necessarily he wasn't a happy drunk.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
But I don't know.
And it kind of harkens to Curtis Lowe, Skynyrd's Curtis Lowe, right?
In a way, yeah. In a way.
I mean, I kind of thought, it came to my mind at least.
Yeah, he just was a fixture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
I love it.
I've had people, tell me, how deep that song is. I was just trying to tell the story about the guy. But
any of his relatives, Ronnie, that are around that appreciate the.
I don't know any of those people.
Okay.
I just know that not as his spirit wanders still, but I think it's not so much as an actual ghost, it's just the memory of seeing him.
Yeah.
There's so many places that you see him, that you saw him so many times that you kind of think.
I love it.
And I have a super soft spot for veterans anyway.
Yes,
so
of course. Amen.
Put that out there.
Well, and not a couple of days ago, Veterans Day. So again, a shout out to all the men and women. And then last to know, now that that resonated with me personally. How did that come about?
Actually, Wyatt came in with a keyboard riff.
Yep.
And Coda, the kid that we worked on, Coda translated it to guitar.
Ah, okay. Yep.
And we all started jamming on it.
Yeah.
And actually, I Know That You've Been Running, I Feel So Low, is just, when you write songs, sometimes you sing a nonsensical line just to get the melody out.
Yeah.
And the last thing I really wanted to do was write another Love Gone Bad song. But when Jim sang, I know that you've been running, I feel so low, I was like, damn, now we got to use that.
Yeah.
So if you really want to know the truth, my take on it is it's not Today 2.0.
Yeah.
Because it's, instead of killing the person and getting away with it, you just make sure that they stay together.
Yeah. Is it autobiographical for anybody other than myself, or it must be?
I don't really want to get into that.
All right,
but
perfect, good. Well, I'll just say it's autobiographical for me.
which time?
Yeah.
Which time?
Well, I could say the same thing, Ronnie. Which time?
I'll quote Johnny Cash. Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Brilliant.
That's good. It's, the funny thing is, yes, it could be any number of young ladies in my past.
Or any of our paths, exactly. Okay, good.
I have a talent of making people leave, but
how about come what may?
I was really kind of scared at the prospect of, it was daunting because we'd always leaned so heavily on Marty coming up with all these musical ideas. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden he's not there to do it. So I really actually picked up the guitar and started really playing a lot, thinking, I wrote songs in other bands that I've been in. Could I come up with the riff? So I actually came up with that drop D riff.
Yeah.
And I was really inspired by that song. My grandfather Moon's name, his name was James Moon. And he schooled all of the grandchildren in the book of James in the Bible, where you counted all the blessing is when you fall into diverse temptation.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to write a song called the Book of James, but I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah.
So I just kind of took the feeling from that and went, I'm still here. I'm still going to be here, God willing. I'm still going to be that guy. And that was the idea from that. And took it to the band and had some ideas, and they took my ideas and made them way better than my ideas were.
I love it. That collaboration.
And real proud of that harmony section in the middle.
Oh, yeah. It's one of my favorites.
I just love that.
Yeah.
And I just think that the funny thing, if you're a Preacher Stone fan and you want to do a deep dive, if you'll go back to Preacher Stone's version of "Come Together" by the Beatles, which is on Uncle Buck's
Uncle
Fiddles.
Buck's, yeah,
you'll notice at the very end, there's a vamp out, and I borrowed the lick from Marty. I didn't figure he would mind from the vamp out and put it as part of the chorus.
Yeah.
And we gave Marty, partial credit for that because we borrowed from him because, in fact, I said, well, Jim said, well, play that whole lick. And I was like, well, that's just like, and he goes, play it anyway.
Yeah. Wow.
We can steal from ourselves,
Yeah. Daryl, you mentioned it, but it sounds like that Marty and both Johnny their presence, their spirits were there in the studio with y'all. Is that accurate to say?
I sure felt that way.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we can't go anywhere without. I mean, one of us is going to do their Marty voice. We all have a Marty voice. We can all talk
man,
like
that's
Marty.
hilarious. It's hilarious.
We all can, and we do it out of love and respect.
Yes,
I mean, because somebody asked me the other day, and I'll say this: I love these guys that I'm in this band with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love Daryl and Bolt and Wyatt and Ben and everybody that's involved with this band.
Yeah.
And I would not know any of them if it had not been for Marty Hill starting this band.
Wow.
Because Marty called me about being in the band.
Wow.
It was his idea to start this thing.
Yeah.
And now some of the people that I love and hold dear as anybody in my life, I would not know them had it not been for that. So you can't forget that.
Yeah. God bless. And then, we're almost at the top of the hour, but want to get to Think by Now and then give you all a chance to wrap up with parting comments. But Preacher Stone Band is where they can find you. And in the UK, you're going to be over there in January. So just kind of wrap up with Think by Now and then any parting thoughts, comments, etc.
Well, Think by Now is a Ben Robinson riff, and the bridge says it all. I have lived and I have sinned.
Yeah.
Amen. And I'll do it all again. So we haven't learned anything.
Except how to rock out brilliantly.
Yeah. and we don't want it to stop. So there you go.
I love it. Well, we don't, as fans, as your congregation, they don't want you to stop either. And this is a great addition to the discology of Preacher Stone, 2009. Uncle Buck's Vittles, 2010. If I got this right. Pay Dirt, 2014. And Remedy, 2016. And then 5 was, 2 years ago, Ronnie? Or
Yeah, 2024.
2024. And then now this one, By the Horns. Any plans for a best of, a compilation, a box set, anything like that?
I'd like for us to do a live album.
Yes.
I think that's probably
The next.
something next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Any venues you've got in mind or anything you're thinking about?
I really like
Mad Life.
Mad Life down in Georgia.
Sure.
I love that place.
Yeah, very cool. Good. Well, Daryl, parting thoughts on your part?
I'm just, it's everybody that's approached me and talked to me has been very welcoming with the whole process.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. Again, I'm not trying to fill anybody's shoes by any means. And so I'm honored to be here.
Yeah.
And I love these guys. I love playing with them, and they're like brothers. So the fans have been awesome to me. So hasn't been anything out of the way that you might think. Everybody's been very welcoming throughout the whole process. So that's been awesome.
I love it.
Zane sent me a message just saying that on Blessing and the Curse, how much she appreciated it, and she liked it, and that was just a very nice message that she sent. So
love it.
It's pretty cool.
Well, Ronnie, you wrap it up for us. It's been great having you guys both back on. I love it. The album is fantastic. PreacherStoneBand.com, where they can find you and find your schedule, etc. But take us out of here with a wrap-up thought.
Well, join the congregation. Join the Preacher Stone congregation on Facebook. Follow us on all the social media platforms. Come see us live.
Yeah.
Download the CD.
Yes.
Buy a T-shirt. Once again, come see us live. I'll mention that because that's really important to me. And spread the word.
Amen.
And we're just an honest, blue-collar, God-fearing rock and roll band from the South.
I love it. Couldn't say it better. You guys are the best. We are out of here. Michael Litten, the host of Ride the Vibe, the last DJ, playing what he wants to play,
Thank you.
Saying what he wants to say, and playing the great album, By the Horns, Preacher Stone's latest release. Out of here now.